Oops. Hi. Hot mom Seattle. Oh, hold on. Give me that. Come here. Come here. Come here. Mm-mm. No. Go get a different toy. Go get a different toy that doesn't squeak. Kiki, no. Go lay down. Go lay down. What are you doing? Go around. Now lay down. Get down. Get down. Yeah, you can totally get a card. Do you just want like a general question? Okay. So I actually got the Garnet. In this one, it's saying to stay focused and accomplish any goals that you have at hand. So if you've been procrastinating about something, I would go ahead and stop doing that and just increase your internal motivation to like do things and just stay focused. This card also talks about um, being grounded as well. So, if you feel like you're not very grounded, maybe invest in like Palo Santo and things like that will definitely help you feel more grounded and help you when it comes to both love and work because, if you're focused on the task, that is extremely important. So, that is what the cards are telling you. Yeah, go ahead. You can ask as many as you want. I don't have a limit here. No problem. So this is a card that I pulled for you in regards to how you'll meet your future husband, and it's talking about mental and emotional balance uh, happening, as well as you attracting nurturing people. So I think that um, when it comes to meeting your future husband, if you have any like heartache that you're holding or sorrows from past relationships, you really need to let that go. Um, and just kind of instill in yourself a sense of like joy on a constant basis. That'll definitely help you meet your future husband, and just finding the balance between being confident but also like balancing your emotions. So if you do all of those things, I think that'll really help your chances of meeting your future husband. And since it says it talked about attracting people, I feel like you're not gonna have to deal with like an arranged marriage. I think like it's something that's gonna happen organically that you're gonna attract into your life. And then Sarah, I'm gonna go ahead and do your question as well. No problem. I keep getting this card today. I don't know what this is, but this one is talking about um seeing messages and hearing them from like the divine. So I think that when it comes to loyalty and passion between your next guy, um, or like how your next relationship will go, is you need to improve your like spiritual connection in terms of like the universe, the divine, God, goddess, whatever you believe in. I would improve your connection with them and focus on that so that it helps your relationship, your next relationship. Also with this card, it's talking about like um not only seeing signs from the divine, but also connecting with like spirit guides and angels to help you with things. And I think that it's important that, you know, when you're thinking about a potential relationship, that you really get in touch with like your spiritual side, because that's going to really help you be better guided towards who you're supposed to be with in your next relationship, as well as helping maintain a good relationship. And this card also talks about like a calmness and serenity. So I think that there is going to be like a lot of loyalty in your next relationship, in regards to that it's going to be like a serene, calm thing. So you're not going to have like a bunch of drama or cheating or anything like that going on. It's going to be a really calm relationship. Um, and it's going to bring you like a lot of peace. Yeah, totally. And no problem. You're welcome, Sarah. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. There's no limit to how many questions I'm taking. So the first question, or for Manisha, um, this card you got is Amethyst, and this is paying attention to your intuition and dreams and easily interpreting their messages. So when I think it comes to how your past will affect your future, I think it's like paying attention to that internal intuition that you've had, and maybe you ignored that in the past, and that's something that you need to like bring focus to now. And it talks about developing a deep intuition and using your psychic gift. So I've never got that card. So maybe you are a little bit of a psychic, and or you have some more in tuned intuition that you need to listen to. Um, and you need to like transmute negativity. So in the past, if you dealt with a lot of negative things, I would say don't bring that into your future. Move on and attract only positive energy going on into the future, because it's no sense in carrying around this negative past into your future. And so I think that goes ahead and answers your, or like relates to you talking about not wanting to see anyone from the past in your future, because if they were negative, it's talking about like getting rid of that energy and transmuting it. So I'll go ahead and ask or answer Sarah's question about how will her next boyfriend, or how will she feel with her next boyfriend. So, what I got for your questions here is Peridot, and this talks about being grateful for the blessings that you have. So, I think that you're going to be very grateful and happy with your next boyfriend. This card also talks about releasing any frustration or jealousy or anything like that. So, with your next boyfriend, if you might have like those little tendencies come up where maybe you might be a little bit jealous about something or a little bit frustrated about something, just like release those so that you can be grateful and blessed for the things that you're going to get. And it also talks about connecting to your inner strength and unlimited potential. So, I think when it comes to like your next boyfriend, just know like internally that you're a very strong person and that you have an unlimited potential. So, anything could happen. You could be um, paired with anyone. And I think that it's going to end up being a really like blissful relationship. So yeah, if you do get to be pretty jealous, go ahead and let go of all of that. You don't need that in your life, in any situation, but especially in a relationship. And this card is going ahead and saying that uh, to get rid of that. So yeah, I think overall you're going to be really happy with your next boyfriend. No problem. I mean, it's the cards working their magic. I'm not really doing anything. And here's your card. Talking about, Manisha, your job and driver's license, as well as getting into the university. I kind of was just thinking of you in general when I was looking for this card. So it says, My mind and spirit are connected with each other and the divine. So I think what this card is telling you is just remember that the divine is working with you, the universe is working with you. So don't get discouraged just because you feel like you're behind. The universe is going to go ahead and work with you, and they're going to, in or whatever power is out there, is going to help you towards enlightenment as well as increasing mental clarity and intelligence. So it's really going to be on your side and helping you out with things. So, put your faith in whatever higher power um, you believe in. And I think that you will get into your university, you will get your job, and you will get your driver's license. It's just attracting those things, but also putting your faith in the universe that those things will happen and just not accepting anything less than the fact that they're going to happen. I would say law of attraction, but also like putting your faith into the universe. Like, yeah, making a vision board is a really good step. Um, I had a lot of things going on in my years of being in college, and I'm a senior now, and I'm supposed to graduate this year. Well, like, I need to graduate this year. So I have been just putting it in my mind that I'm going to graduate in August, and that's just what it is. So I think if you put it in your mind, like, I'm going to get into university, I'm going to get that job, and putting it out there, it's going to come to you. And also having faith in the universe that things will happen, but having actual faith. Because it's one thing to say, oh, the God or goddess is going to help me, but like not really believing it. But if you like truly in your heart of hearts believe it, I think that's going to do a lot of for you. So I'm going to go ahead and answer Sarah's next question, and then I'll come back to your question about that on your vision board. Hi, Anna. Just drop a question down below if you have one, and we'll go ahead and get it answered for you. Ooh, I think this is a good one, Sarah. It's clear quartz, and so it's saying, I'm a channel love, and all my heart's desires are now realized. So I think that again, you're gonna be blessed with like goodness and well being, and you're just like amplifying love and kindness. And so I think that since you're putting that out there and you're like such an awesome person, that you're gonna attract someone who is handsome, who is gonna provide you with like serenity and calmness, and it's gonna be peaceful, and you're gonna be very blessed with a relationship with whoever your next boyfriend is. Yeah, this card talks about improved clarity of mind and emotions. So I think that that person of you, or like that vision of you that you have in your mind, is going to be balanced out with like how you actually act, and you're going to start living that. Yep. So you do have that improved clarity that card's talking about. No problem. So this is your card, Manisha, about in regards to whether or not nursing is going to be the job that suits you. And this card is talking about feeling unconditional love and support. And so I think that the universe is trying to tell you that um, you're unique and you're loved. And if you feel passionate about being a nurse, like the universe is going to support you in doing that. It also talks about bridging the spiritual connection between heaven and earth. So, deepening that connection with the universe or God or the goddess, whatever you believe in, I think is really going to help you feel even more secure in your decision to be a nurse and really solidify that. So, yeah. And then I'm going to go ahead and do Anna's question if she's still here. So, what is coming for her in her love life? Yeah, I would say, you know, just really connect more so with like your spiritual side. And I think that'll really guide you, whether it be with like college or life decisions, or getting a job. Like, I think that really helps guide people. And it's like a thing that we neglect a lot. So for Anna, what I got for you is Golden Topaz, and this talks about stepping forward with joy and enthusiasm and seeing the path that shines brightly before you. So I think that what's coming in your love life is a lot of joy and a lot of like happiness. And so you really need to like step into the path of that because it's all coming for you. This card talks about visualizing life's purpose. So really seeing that you're supposed to be in a relationship with someone and really like seeing that and just I think this card is telling you to like, you know, kind of imagine in your free time what it would be like to be in a relationship and how you see yourself if you were in a relationship and just allowing yourself to um, feel that happiness because it's coming to you. Like it's going to come eventually. And this card talks about a process, all that is happening around with it and within. So the process of you um, in your love life is it's not only something that is going on outside of you, but it's also something that is happening within. So again, taking the time to like visualize your future and attracting that I think is going to be really important, but also like working on yourself before you get into a relationship so that you're ready for that relationship when it does come because it's a process both around but also within. No problem. So, Manisha, for your question about how will your future husband be like, um, I got Sodalite, and this one is talking about how you're sailing through calm, nurturing waters, and that you're at peace with yourself, but also the world around you. So, I think that uh, your next relationship is going to be something that's very peaceful, and like your future husband is going to be someone who brings you peace, but also brings you like a sense of harmony, because this card is also talking about harmony and how that will exist. I think your husband is also going to bring you um kind of like, he's going to kind of balance you out, so that sense of like harmony again, in that, he's going to bring you mental clarity, but he's also going to help you like emotionally be balanced. So your husband's going to be a good fit for you, and um it's going to bring you an inner sense of like calmness, because he's really just going to like balance you out. So I see him being like a really good person. What he will do, we can go ahead and ask that as like a second card. So again, I'm seeing like this like sense of like encouraging within you like inner peace and like a quiet mind. So I think this is going to be someone who again really balances you out and grounds you and keeps you focused. So someone who um gets rid of negativity like from your life, someone who gets rid of anything that's been annoying you or distracting you and helps keep you on the right path, is what this person's going to provide you with. So I see a really like stable like stable figure in your life, like someone who's going to really help you and be helpful like to you and bring like a sense of inner peace to you. And this is the card that I got, by the way. So I pulled another card just to like see if these other oracle cards would say like anything different. And again, I got like strength. So um your future husband is definitely going to be like a strong person in your life that is like really going to support you. And that's like a really good thing to have in someone who's there through thick and thin. Um so I'm going to go ahead and answer Anna's next question. pull 2 cards, and we'll see which ones seems like it's better. One to represent your Capricorn and one to represent your Scorpio. Okay, I'm going to shuffle them one more time and see what we get for your Scorpio. Then I'll tell you both of them. Okay, so for your Capricorn, I'm seeing copper, which is I'm a conduit for goodness and prosperity. I receive um, inspiration and great wealth. So that's a really good card. Like you're gonna be with this person, like you're gonna have like amplified courage and confidence, and also you're gonna be able to like complete things with this person. And also you're gonna be able to receive like messages and intuition from the divine when it comes to this person. So maybe you'll see signs that you're supposed to be with your Capricorn and different things like that. And then I think that the Scorpio is not going to work out well with that person because you got this card, which is talking about removing unhealthy cords of attachment. And this card talks about like, deflecting unwanted and unhealthy vibrations. So breaking off anything that's not serving your highest good. Um, and if you have any like unhealthy patterns going on with that person, like maybe you guys are on and off and just like really unhealthy things like that, this card is talking about like letting go of that. Like uncover unconscious beliefs and patterns and letting go of any negative energy that doesn't serve your highest good. So yeah, I would say the Scorpio, like you probably have some unhealthy like relationship problems there, and so I would go ahead and let that go. And then the other card was talking about how like it just seems so much more positive, and it's talking about like how you're going to get like goodness and prosperity. So I think that with your Capricorn, there's a much more positive future for you. Yep, then those cards sound like they're so fitting for you. And yeah, Maya, go ahead and did you just want like a general card pulled for you and see what we get? But Anna, yeah, those cards sound like they were so fitting then. Maya, let me see. All right, so I got two cards for you, and I think that so the first card I got is Clear Quartz, and this card is talking about being a clear channel of light and love and well-being. So I think when people see you first, they think of like you're like a really good person, and I think you bring people a sense of like peace and clarity as well as understanding. And I think that this next card ties into this because like I think that people are like you're almost a little too real for people. And so that's what this next card is. It's saying caution, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's saying that like people know that you're a little too real and um people don't always want to deal with like real people. Some people want everything sugar coated or things like that. So I think that people when they meet you, it's more so like you're bringing like a little bit of like truth to their life and things like that. So yeah, you're like really real and I think that throws people off guard. And so that's why the caution card came up. Not because you're a bad person or anything, but because you're just very I don't know, maybe you might be like a little bit blunt, but you're just very real. So I got two cards for you, Unikite and Green Tourmaline. And this green tourmaline is talking about like how abundance and prosperity and how you're kind of attracting those in your life. And then this uh, Unikite one is talking about how you have like balanced emotions and you react to people in like an objective and loving way. So I think when it comes to if someone likes you or not, um, I think that, going back to this first card, like, yes, someone does like you, and that, maybe someone's attracted to the way that you have like balanced emotions and like a balanced mind. And they also see how you are with your friends and your family, and they are attracted to that. Because this other one talks about like, magnetizing like heart-centered people, and um so I think that as long as you believe in the fact that love is a possibility, like I think you're going to be like really successful with like your crush. So I think I would put out the energy and like the positive energy, and I think you're going to attract him with that positive energy, but also the way that you are as a person and how you have good connections with your family and your friends. That green tourmaline card is talking about blessings and prosperity. So I definitely think uh, that it's leaning more towards he does like you. But I can go ahead and pull another card and see what we get and see if anyone's going to ask you out soon. So the next card you got was Leopard Skin Jasper, and this card is talking about how you know that you're divinely guided. So if you have like an intuition and you think that he's going to ask you out or you think that he might not ask you out, I would kind of go with that intuition. This card is talking about increasing your consciousness of reactions of others. So I would just say tap into more of your like intuition and how you interact with the divine, because they're trying to tell you, hey, this guy's good for you, or hey, this guy's bad for you, and they're going to be showing you signs and symbols about which approach you should take when it comes to him. And this card also talks about kind of improving your awareness. So I think that maybe you have been getting signs um, about whether or not he's going to ask you out, but you're just not so like as in tune in paying attention. So it is kind of upon you. I would just be like very open to the divine and uh paying attention to him. Like, what kind of vibes is he giving you? Is he giving you, like, standoff vibes, or don't talk? No, how many views? Okay. You can go ahead and pull a card for that. Okay, so what I got is stabilize. So what I'm thinking is, like, when he sees you, I think he's seeing like a balancing, like grounding energy about you. So I don't think he's staring at you in a bad way at all. I think he's seeing like that you're really like grounded back to that realness person. And so I think he sees you in a really positive light. I don't think he sees you in a bad light at all. You know how we were talking about how like real you are and stuff like that? Maybe he's like a little bit nervous to ask you out, like, um, and do something about it. Because I think that sometimes like men and guys have like a really hard time approaching like really strong women. And so unless you're like a guy who's like really like confident in himself, it, then it might be hard for him to approach you. That he won't ask me. Your intuition is telling you that he won't ask you. Hmm. So I pulled one more card just to see what we could get, and I got Black Obsidian. And this talks about how you know what's going on with you and what's going on around you. But this also card is telling you to get rid of any negative feelings. So, I pulled that card and about stabilizing. So maybe he's the one who's like scared to approach you. But if you have like an intuition that maybe you guys would be good together or that you like him, I would go ahead and try it because this card is also talking about releasing negative thoughts. So if you're having bad thoughts about the situation, that's not going to help you. This card is also talking about like increasing that like situational awareness and being present in the moment. So I think that you should approach him. you're very in tune with what goes on around you and within you. So if you approach him, and I wouldn't go to him the first time you talk and be like, "Hey, let's date," but I would be like, I would start that conversation with him about like, like just starting off with like a friendship and talking, actually talking. Okay, so I pulled two cards for you. This one, which talks about being insightful and that you're guided on a daily basis. And then rose quartz, which is talking about allowing yourself to open up your heart to your romantic partner. So I think that's so fitting. And this card talks about attracting your soulmate. So I think that like he's gonna treat you like a queen because you might be attracting your like soulmate here or someone who's like really supposed to be with you at least in this moment in your life. Um he's going to make you feel comforted and accepted, and this card is talking about amplifying unconditional love. So your next boyfriend is going to love you unconditionally, and this next boyfriend is not only going to have a good relationship with you, but he's going to have a good relationship with your friends and your family, because it talks about cultivating good friends and family and work relationships. The other card that I pulled um talks about being centered. So I think that he's also going to allow you to have like you're not going to be worried about other girls or guys um or anything like that. You're not going to be worried about other people. He's going to help quiet your mind and help you stay centered. So I think that your next boyfriend is going to treat you really well. Yeah, Maya, you can totally get one last card. What's your question? But yeah, Sarah, I think you're gonna attract like a really good guy. So I'm getting three cards that I pulled for you, and I'm getting enhance, that stabilized one again. I think that really resonates with you. Like you're a very stable person, and then I see tribulation. But this we're gonna talk about that in a second. So when it comes to the enhanced one, think that this year is gonna be a really good year for you, and when it comes to the tribulation card, I think there might be some obstacles that you have to deal with, but it's going to either enhance your life with the way that you deal with it. If you think of it like in a positive light, even the most negative situation, if you try to find some sort of positive out of it, I think that's really going to be beneficial to you. And the fact that you're a stable person within yourself is going to really help enhance again your life. So I think that 2019 for the rest of the year is really going to enhance you as a person, um, and your the quality of your life is going to enhance. So I see that as a really good card. Even though you might have some little hiccups that you have to deal with that tribulation card, I think overall you're going to have a really good year. And you got that stable card. So when it comes to money and your job, I think that nothing bad is really going to happen there. That part's going to be stable. Yeah, Sarah, I would stick to that praying about your future and your well-being because the more you put out positive vibes, I swear the more like positivity you attract to yourself. And NKM, yeah, I can go ahead and do a love reading. We'll go ahead and try mine and see what happens. Okay. So I what I'm seeing with your card NKM is Sodalite, and this card talks about how you're at peace with yourself and the world around you. And I think that's going to be really beneficial when it comes to like your love life, because you are like since you know yourself and you also know the world around you, like you're going to be very um like you're going to know what you want with your next relationship or the relationship that you're even in. And um I think also that if you are to get in a relationship with someone or someone that you're already in a relationship with, they're going to help you know even more about yourself, and they're going to bring you a sense of calmness and a balance emotionally and like mentally. And there's going to be like this card talks about harmony. So this person that you're supposed to be with is going to bring you that balance in life. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for Diana, and then I think I'm going to get off. So Diana, I'll see if Nick will come back to you. And if he's the one. Will Nick come back to her? No problem. Okay. So the card I got for you is Unikite, and this one talks about reacting to others in an objective and loving way. So I think that it also talks about understanding the underlying causes of challenges in relationships. So I think that he might come back to you, but you need to understand like the problems that you guys had in your relationship before and really learn how to balance, what you think about the situation and your emotions in the future if when he does come back to you. But this card talks about good connections with supportive people. So I think that this card isn't I've seen other cards where I've pulled a card and it talked about cutting off unhealthy relationships. So for this, I'm seeing a really positive card, so I think he is going to come back to you. And you just need to have a good connection with him, and you need to understand any problems that you guys had in your past relationships or your past relationship with one another. Oh, I'm really happy for you because this is like a good one. So I think you should text him and you should answer because what I got for you is watermelon tourmaline, and this card is talking about um, having your heart be open to receiving and giving love. This card talks about feeling unconditional love and support, but also um, increasing romance. So I think you should text him. I think he will answer you. And also, you need to. Uh, this card talks about bridging the gap between like heaven and earth, the spiritual gap. So I think that you need to be open to love, but also you need to be open to the signs that like the divine in the universe is telling you about the situation, because that's going to be really important. Okay, so for Manisha's question, really quick, uh, I think your dad needs to increase productivity because this is what the card's saying and self motivation. So I think as long as he has a positive attitude about it and he is motivated about having the gas station open, I think it's going to go well. Because this talks about increasing enthusiasm and overall feelings of well being. So he just really needs to up his motivation and have positive thoughts about how the business is going to be run. and it talks about having like an energetic passion for life. So just having that passion that he had to open the business, continuing to have that passion on a daily basis is what's going to be important. Oh, throwing cards around. Okay. So, Diana, what I got for you is Jade, and this card is talking about how incredibly lucky you are. So, I'm seeing all good cards for you. And this talks about how you attract good fortune and good luck, but also you're able to see positive outcomes. So, I see that, it is going to happen. You're going to luck out and it's going to happen because uh, you're able to see positive things happen, but also you're attracting good luck to you. No problem. And Manisha, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go. Um, I'm gonna relax before I have to go Uber tonight. So I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go ahead and go. And no problem, Diana. Have a good night, you guys. Uh, if you didn't subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. Check out my Etsy shop. I'll be offering tarot readings there. And no problem. You're totally welcome. But yeah, I have tarot readings on my Etsy shop if you want to check it out. I'm running a 20% off coupon code. And yeah, I'll be streaming more on here often, like more often. And I might be offering tarot readings. I'm just not sure how I'm going to do that just yet. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a good night.